At BravoCon, there was a panel where Andy was doing the squash the beef whole thing, and he was basically, the question was for Jenniferaydin, and the question was, what is the shadiest thing Teresa has ever shared with you about me being Andy Cohen, right? So Jennifer, she decided to go in and say to Andy, I don't think that she appreciates when you make fun of her husband. And she kind of goes in on it a little bit, and she really kind of scolded him, to be honest, respectfully, but she put Andy in his place. And what I thought was very interesting during that whole segment was that Jennifer was basically voluntarily taking a stance for Teresa, and she was defending her friend and telling Andy, the big boss, that Teresa does not appreciate that. So basically, Jennifer is putting her neck on the line and scolding Andy a little bit, right? Teresa is sitting right next to Jen, and she is smiling, but you could tell that she is a little bit uncomfortable because Jennifer is calling Andy out on his behavior. And instead of just staying quiet and looking at Jennifer and just being like, yeah, the question is for you, and just share what I've shared with you, right? She feels the need to intervene and say to Andy, I never told her that. I never told her that. She is just saying that because she's my friend, right? Because she's my good friend. She knows me, but I've never said that to her. I've never shared that with her, right? And then I guess the way Jennifer was doing it, and again, I have to be honest, she was being respectful, but she was being Jen, you know? She was kind of like telling Andy, you need to stop your behavior, right? We don't appreciate that kind of thing. And Andy was listening to her, and he was like, okay, fair enough. But you know what? You could tell he was a little bit annoyed, just a little bit, right? And I'm not really sure that Andy is like a big fan of Jenniferaydin. I know a lot of people have been saying that he doesn't like her. I'm not in the know, so I cannot confirm that for a fact. But I've always felt like on the show, he tends to be a little shady towards her, right? So anyways, he was listening to her, and he's like, well, you know what, Teresa, feel free to call me anytime that you want to discuss these sorts of things. You can just let me know directly, like, i.e., you don't need to speak to Jen about that. You can talk to me directly. After all, we have a pretty long relationship and friendship somewhat, right? So, but you could tell that Teresa was really uncomfortable because she's like, oh no, like, it's very important to her to keep up with the appearances, right? It's like, we know, Teresa, you have shared this with Jen. Of course you have. She's your friend. You probably said, you know what? I don't like when Andy makes fun of Louis. I don't like that. And then here's Jen sticking up for Teresa and putting her neck on the line, telling Andy, you need to stop that behavior because she doesn't appreciate it. Instead of Teresa being like, yeah, I have shared that with her at some point in time, you know, because it was too much, right? We were getting bombarded from all sides, including yours, right? Instead, she just says, I never shared that. I never told her that. That this is just her own doing. She's just saying that because she knows me, but I've never said that. So I don't know. You know, when I've said in the past that I don't feel like it's reciprocated or mutual. I know they like to say they're super friends and they're super close and all of that. But I think Jenniferaydin, she needs to take little notes of these little, because you know what they say, it's like it's always in the details and in the small little things that people do, right? Jennifer is willing to put herself on the line for Teresa, but Teresa's like removing all responsibility off of her. She's just like, nope, no, I never told her that. That's just Jen talking to you. Nothing to do